So let me just dive straight into this episode. As you can tell by my enthusiasm, it's not fucking there. This episode literally fucking sucked balls. It was fucking nonsense, yeah? We've had weeks upon weeks of greatness here with One Piece. This episode, a whole bunch of Block D nonsense, yeah? A whole bunch of Block D nonsense. Now, obviously, I get it. Like, the story is moving on smoothly, but for the story to fully move on, Block D has to get wrapped up. And that was the thing. The keyword here was wrapped up, not dragged on. Dragged on for this whole episode when it only probably needed like 2 minutes, yeah? 2 minutes of development for this whole shit to end. But instead it took the whole fucking episode. Like, if you guys have been here for a while, yeah, I am not a fan of Block D, because Block D consists of the two pieces of shits, yeah, character wise, the two biggest pieces of shits I've ever seen, yeah, Rebecca and Cavendish, for those who didn't know. And to be honest, with Rebecca, she's a whiny bitch, doesn't attack. What she does is dodge. I mean, her dodging is cool and all. It does show she probably has some sort of observation hacky, but for me, Rebecca is a shit character. On the other hand, Cavendish is just a bitch, yeah? So put two of them in one block and they fill it around with nobodies. No, it just doesn't cut it. I mean, this block is getting the same, if not more, screen time than the rest of the blocks. And what the hell do they have? They have Rebecca and Cavendish, for the whole of this block, probably the first opening scenes. The rest of the block, which has been going on for about over 2 months now, we didn't even see Cavendish do a damn thing. We didn't even see him do a damn thing. So the only good thing that came out of this episode is that Block D finally ended. Obviously they're leaving it as a cliffhanger. I don't know why. No one really gives a fuck, and it's pretty obvious who won and who's between, who got up. Obviously it's out of Rebecca and Cavendish, and I'm leaning towards Rebecca simply because throughout this whole tournament, yeah, throughout this whole arc, to be honest, yeah, Rebecca's just been getting development upon development upon development, whereas Cavendish has been nowhere to be seen. And obviously with Rebecca's past and all of that shit, what she wants to do, the Devil Fruit, is pretty obvious who's gonna win. Cavendish's fucking thing is just to win it and gain fame. I doubt that is gonna be anything that will lead them to the finals of this tournament. And obviously the only, I'm thinking what's on everyone's mind is what exactly happened, because everyone said it happened in the flash. Even Sab was like, I heard about this before, but he didn't explain what it was and who exactly done this shit. Yeah, because they look like they went like, they fucking went mad. They went ham on this fucking tournament. They destroyed everyone, including themselves, because obviously it seems like everyone was knocked the fuck out until someone got up. And yeah, in this episode, it wasn't really my cup of tea, to be honest. We got a whole bunch of fucking Rebecca versus what, Solomon the Beheader. Like, obviously there was mad hype. They were hype. The fucking commentator was hyping him up, and I'm just like, stop, just stop. You don't have to force it. We all know he's a nobody, yeah. He ends up cutting down Rebecca's lesbian bum charm. She gets knocked the fuck out. They started playing some sad OST like I'm supposed to feel shit for this bitch. She's a nobody, yeah. I don't even feel shit for nobody in the anime like that, yeah. Even when they play sad music, I don't give 2 fucks. If I don't like you, yeah, get the fuck out of it. Just die peacefully. We don't need no animation, no OST. We don't need nothing there. Just die. Get the fuck out the fucking show. Seriously. This bomb chum was just following Rebecca, helping her. Let Rebecca die, yeah? Let the bitch die, but obviously we all know that's not gonna happen. Or they won't put so much development into a character just to have her die straight away. It just wouldn't make any sense whatsoever. So obviously, as to who's winning this tournament, we'll find out next week, but it's pretty obvious. If you still don't know who won the tournament, or who's gonna win, or who's gonna come out of the smoke next week, you're pretty much a retard. It's pretty simple. Who had the biggest development in this fucking tournament, who are the big two who are supposed to, like, who's most likely to win? Cavendish, Rebecca. Cavendish, he wasn't even seen for the tournament, but for him to win it, it just seems so stupid. And obviously Oda is a genius at writing, no, a retard, so obviously that would be Rebecca. The rest of the episode, nah, obviously Zoro got lost, and I don't get how he got fucking lost. I think that's this. Was that in the manga? I don't even fucking remember. But for him to get lost when they were running in a straight line, even Luffy is fully a retard, a full retard. Yeah, even Luffy doesn't get lost that stupidly. Yeah, Luffy's probably moved away from the crew some here and there, but when you're running in a straight line, there was no turns, and you still get lost. Zoro needs to go to school and fucking study geography, yeah? That nigga needs a fucking GPS watch, because he's full on retarded, yeah? But obviously I got a little bit of a chuckle out of that, but nothing too spectacular, you know? This episode wasn't really spectacular. The only thing that like got me a bit, yes, is finally blocked these over, because I've hated this shit for months. There's even times I didn't review the episode just because it was solely based around Block D. I wasn't even gonna review this, but because it ended, I'm like, yeah, might as well. The only thing that got me, like, got my attention is the toy soldier. Obviously they're in the toy house. The soldiers in the lift, they're going up to help Senior Pink. I doubt Senior Pink needs help, because that nigga's Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle doesn't need no help. He'll do the damage his own self. So they're going up. Obviously the toy soldier jumps out, and he's just going ham on them. And the one thing I'm thinking is that when this guy was a human, he must have been fucking disgusting. Like, I get it. I get that these guys are nobody. They're fodder. They're those henchmen. But this nigga has one leg here, and he's moving so swift and so flawless, and I'm just like, wow, this guy, he even got speed, and he's a toy, and he has one leg. Can you imagine when he gets turned back into a human? Like, wow, he's gonna be OP as fuck. And I don't know if he'll keep that leg, or obviously he won't, because I think it'll turn into a toy based on your features, like your ligaments intact. So if you have one leg missing, then obviously when you turn back to a human, I doubt your leg's just gonna magically grow. Like, nah, I think he's gonna grow with that leg gone. But he's swift as a toy, so as a human, when he has his full body, yeah, he must be powerful as fuck. And there's one thing that brought to my attention. Obviously he was like, oh, my body is not made to fight. Obviously he was like, oh, maybe toys are built to break before the child turn to adult. So this, I think this is going out to you guys out there, you man-childs that still play with action figures, regardless of it being anime characters. At the end of the day, you're a big boy. You shouldn't be playing with toys, yeah? You shouldn't be collecting toys. You're a big boy. That's basically what this is implying, or what I'm getting from this, that you're a big man, probably from the ages 18 to 21. Stop buying action figures, yeah? It doesn't matter if it's a new Luffy thing, a new Law, new Zoro. You're a big man, yeah? You can't be playing with toys. Just stop. Just stop it. Yeah, so this episode, man, it was alright. It was alright. It wasn't anything special. I'm surprised the review's this long. This isn't really a review. It's just like, BlockDSucks, you know. This is just bullshit. So anyway, I'm out, because this doesn't really deserve really a good rating. I'm not about to rate it. It was trash. Yeah, it was pure trash. So even as an OP fanboy, I can admit when something is trash. Yeah, unlike certain people, I can admit when a show is trash. So anyway, man's out. See you later.